Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we read.
The One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation and its global supporters cordially invite Jamaicans abroad and abroad to its inaugural reconnection on June 21st, 2025 at the Ranny Williams Entertainment Center in Kingston, Jamaica. Bring your entire family for a day of food, fun, entertainment, and information. Get an understanding of the Constitution and the skills necessary to exercise your rights and your civic responsibilities as Jamaican citizens. You can't afford to miss this inaugural Reconnection Rally, June 21st in Kingston. Tune in for further information and updates to Reason with Radigan on YouTube and reggaeglobalradio.com, Saturdays at 3 p.m. New York time and at 2 p.m. in Jamaica.
Good evening, everyone. Just a reminder that go over to the One Legal Jamaica Defense Foundation and donate towards this cause. That's the One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation inaugural Reconnection Rally on June 21st at 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Ranny Williams Entertainment Center in Kingston, Jamaica. They're in need of your help. Welcome to the program, everyone. Welcome to the program. Another edition of the Mek Wi Talk program right here on the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel as we come on this evening. This evening, I'm going to have with me My good friend Sir Robert Finsey Smith will be coming on. Our good friend Head Boy will not be on with us today. He's under the weather. I was told by him that he's under the weather, so he won't be coming on this evening. But as we come on this evening, you know that there is a war going on in the Middle East. And if many of us read our Bible, the Bible speaks about rumors of war. I don't come here to preach religion to you this evening, but speak about rumors of war. And we're going to look at that also. But this evening we're going to speak about the Prime Minister and the Minister of Local Government. And I'm going to open the phone lines for now. Open the phone lines. Are saying that they will never surrender Jamaica to the opposition People's National Party. Now, my take on this, I never know that Desmond McKenzie and the Prime Minister owns Jamaica. The Prime Minister said that they don't want in the opposition. Members of the Labour Party is already the opposition. May I remind the Prime Minister that Jamaica has a constitution monarch that speaks about head of state and branches of government. And in the branches of government, it speaks about the opposition. So is it that this Prime Minister decide I want to change the constitution of the land to suit him and how he wants it? Is it that what he wants to do? And it begs to ask the question, is this Prime Minister going somewhere with his rhetoric? His utterance, I should say? Because if the Prime Minister if Desmond McKenzie and the Prime Minister can come out and say what they said, and that idiot they call a senator, idiot Amin, who, by the way, he said on Port and Spice TV, is going to sue me and Marlon, sue me and Conrad O'Brien. Mount make to say everything, You can sue, Sue all you want. I don't have a thing to give anybody. So you can sue all you want. The time you come on radio to utter your rubbish and your lies, you speak the truth to the Jamaican people. And for your Prime Minister, who you love more than how you love this country, idiot Amin, to come out and say that the Labour Party members are the opposition of this country. Well, maybe the Prime Minister is trying to say that they'll be in opposition pretty soon. Who knows? Let it be cleared. Let me make something absolutely clear this afternoon. That Jamaica don't belongs to no political party in Jamaica. Jamaica belongs to the people of Jamaica. And for Desmond McKenzie to be coming out more than one occasion and saying that they will not surrender Jamaica to the People's National Party. Mr. McKenzie hasn't addressed the situation of how many guns has been found in his constituency, Is it that they know something that we don't know? Huh? Is there something happening in this country that we, the people of this country, don't know about? Idiot Amin, the senator there, that senator over in the parliament there, the one who loved to drink syrup, said that Jeffrey Tavares, Ralston Hyman, Conrad O'Brien, Mark Golding, and Peter Bunting would rather swim in the blood of the Jamaican people to get to Jamaica House. We must take these utterance seriously, you know. The utterance from the members of the Labour Party, we the Jamaican people must take it seriously. For them to be coming out and saying these things, it begs to ask the question, what are they up to? Is it that if they lose the election, they will not? Thanks very much. And to put out this on the platform here. You know. Thanks very much. Is that if they lose the election, they will not surrender Jamaica, they will not take defeat? And we're taking this thing lightly with these people, you know. We must take it lightly, you know. We must not take this thing lightly with these people. Because if they continue going around the country and saying what they're saying, talking the things that they're talking, and we don't take them seriously, then something's wrong with all of us. For the leader of a political party to be saying that the opposition is already his people, and for the deputy leader of the party saying that they will never surrender Jamaica to the People's National Party, what is Andrew Holness and Desmond McKenzie talking about? Well, maybe this lady said it best. I can play this thing here. Maybe this lady said it best about Desmond.
Now what going on?
The man they said Desmond McKenzie are come here today. The bushrock them we and you want to come and tell we about. So they might come open the fire station. But what they when Mark Golding the day, then they come here to open the fire station and oh it open today again. A 2 fire station. The fire station where they repair and makes too much opening. What really are going? A Mark Golding crowd in did I watch and not a be making come here and talk about open fire station. So the crowd make here to see a workers meeting. Well we are keep workers meeting today.
There is something looming. Students, my fellow Jamaicans, there is something looming why these people do not want to call the election. As I said before, and I will continue saying this, it seems as if the Prime Minister wants to set up the Jamaican people against each other. And when they go out in the street to protest what is going on in this country, he called a public state of emergency. That is my belief. That is my belief. And we the people, we the favorite few of this country who believe in the democracy of Jamaica must not allow, since he wants to talk that they will never surrender Jamaica, we must not allow them to get back into office. And that is why I say to you all, the only way we can stop them, unless we the people go out there and exercise our fundamental right to vote. My good friend, Sir Land, indeed, the Governor General can't go to jail, you know. The Governor General is exempt from any lawsuit in this country. I know what you're talking about with the Integrity Commission. And I don't want to talk too much on that as yet, because I don't want to come out here and look like a fool. With me, I have to do my own research and my reading. I heard some attorney at law speaking about it this evening on a famous radio station. And I want to go back and listen to what they were saying. And then get some people to come and talk to me more about it. But let's go back to what the Prime Minister is doing. Here in Desmond, I have some videos to show about some stuff doing. No, the GG cannot go to jail. The governor of Jamaica is exempt from any lawsuit. He cannot go to jail. If the governor general driving his vehicle and the vehicle met in an accident, so the vehicle struck down somebody, the state have to deal with it, not him. The GG is exempt from prosecution, not Desmond McKenzie. So for us to sit down here and hear these two individuals, the leader of the party and the deputy leader, keep on saying to the Jamaican people, they will not surrender Jamaica to no one, begs to ask the question. The phone numbers are running across the screen, 954-529-8030. It begs to ask the question, what are they up to? Idiot Amin made a statement. Deadman have been making that statement all along. The Prime Minister make a statement also. There are some gun finds in the deputy leader constituency. The deputy leader is not saying anything about it. We're asking questions tonight. What is going on? What is really going on? Hello, good night. Welcome to our program. You're live.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Tavares. How are you doing?
I'm here looking and living, sir.
Awesome. You're doing a good thing. You're better than the people that is in Jamaica.
No, I wouldn't say it all, sir. I love my country, but I would
Of course. Funny. No, it's the fact. Whether you want to admit it, yes or no, it's a fact. Because I watch and I look and I observe everything that is happening in Jamaica. And there was no Governor General at all to say, this is wrong, this is, I mean, nothing that happened in Jamaica, whether big or small, all the cry that is made in Jamaica. And all of a sudden, something that don't really affect the people of Jamaica.
No, it does.
But
No. It does affect the people of Jamaica, sir.
What, his statement?
Yes, the Integrity Commission affect the people of Jamaica, sir.
But the only person that really exists in Jamaica is the Prime Minister. Nobody else seems to exist. It's just what the Prime Minister wants and what he take pleasure in that really exists in Jamaica. So that's what I'm saying, basically.
Do you know, hold on for me, sir. Hold on for me. Have you read the article of what the GG said, and do you know what the GG is really talking about?
Yes, I read it.
Mm-hmm. What is he really saying?
But my point is that
hold on for me, sir. Hold on for me, sir. What is the GG really saying?
He's giving his point of view and the setting up of the Integrity Commission and making suggestion of changes that he see or things that he see that need to be adjusted, which was expected because it's a step-by-step process the Prime Minister is taking to get his way. So it's not like that's what I'm saying. It's not something that he come up with and say, oh, this is happening and I don't want it to happen. It is something that is given to him to enforce by the Prime Minister. Because the Prime Minister choose who he choose for his purpose. That's what he did. Everyone that he chose, from the Governor General to you name it, he select those person, he hand select those person. So those are his soldier in the field.
Hold on. Who is to select the Governor General?
Who selected the Governor General?
Yes.
The Prime Minister
Which Prime Minister?
of Jamaica,
Which
Andrew
one did
Holness.
No, man. No, sir. No. That is why I'm saying to you, we need to do a little research before we talk, The Governor General of Jamaica was selected by Bruce Golding, not this Prime Minister. What we're talking about is the Integrity Commission. And as I said on the program when I started the program, I will not comment too much on it because I have not read the thing correctly. I'm not going to sit down and read it as much as I want to read it. And also, some attorney laws have been saying some stuff about it, and I need to go back and listen to what they're saying. I will not come on this platform and start chatting nonsense about the Integrity Commission and the Governor General. I have to find out my stuff first, read up my things before I talk.
Okay, so you haven't seen the act. Well, it's the same thing.
Too much.
But it's the same thing as what the public prosecutor came up and utter. It's the same track. It's no other competition. It's the same road that they're on. It's just to back up that. That's just the seal put in on the stamp. That's just the seal. What the Governor General done, he just sealed the deal now with his power, because the two most powerful person in Jamaica than the Prime Minister is the. He asked for the same thing that the public prosecutor asked for the law for you to look into the Auditor General that is a part of the Integrity Commissioner and do that, separate these power. Don't have them join together. Make a distinct separation.
Yes.
And that's the main focus. To basically take it out then, simple. So this lady is not on the board to help to enforce the IC in getting whatsoever information they get. If they need it, they have to ask her for it. So when she's not a part of the board, what is going to happen is that she can't read in help to solve the. Now, if the IC needs something, I say, okay, give us the spot. When she had a kettle that could solve it easier, but they ask apart so they get. And the separation, just like how it have been in Jamaica, you separate and conquer. So that's the thing. So it's basically their time. So this is all about separating and conquering. Make it simple.
What I can say, you see, the Integrity Commission was established, it was in 2017. If I'm wrong, you can correct me on that. And this Prime
Minister,
pardon me?
Go ahead.
And this Prime Minister presided over it. What I find very ironic is that this Prime Minister wants to get rid of the Integrity Act and do what he feels like to do. And I don't think that is fair.
It's not fair, but this is what happened, Jeffrey. The Prime Minister is in a position that he have to take some drastic step. Whether he's going to lose or he's going to win, he just have to do it. There is no two way about it. Mm-hmm. He just have to take these steps. Because rather he take it yes or no, he's in a very, very, very bad position. If he take it, he's still in the position, but it is worth taking the risk. A drowning man grab after straw.
You know,
because,
sir, my thing is this here.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, saying that the PNP should win state power when the election is called. And they start investigate who they want to investigate in the country, sir. And Mocha start search around. Will there be any charges laid against one of these people?
Yes, Jeffrey.
Oh.
Have to.
By who?
Have to. let me tell you something that I every time I read the IC report on the Prime Minister, there is so much stuff popping up. And let me tell you one thing that grabbed me, and it's his 2019 statutory declaration with his in comparison to his 2020. This from 2019 to 2020, the Prime Minister, you will average out make $10 million legally. And if you compare the 2019 to 2020, the Prime Minister is literally having assets over in the millions, hundreds of millions. It's impossible. Even if it's just that simple point, that within 1 year period, there is nothing that the Prime Minister can do that could earn so much cash. Nothing. And he have 3 businesses that he have no employee for. So he was not getting an asset from that other than money running through. And there is no other way. So the problem now, and what the IC is actually facing when you read the report is that the 2019 certification that they certify him, that's a major issue. When they did their finding after that, it's a major issue. They took him at his word.
You know,
they did not check his asset. They just take his word for it.
You know something, sir?
That's the problem.
And a very major one too. You know something, too, sir? I believe that Jamaica's Governor General is compromising. I don't believe that the GG, the Honorable GG, His Excellency, Sir Patrick Linton Allen, is capable to do the job anymore, you know. I think in my lifetime, that I've been studying Jamaican politics, and I'm going to say I'm one of the most expert person in politics in this country. I'm not. But I've been studying politics, and I do political science in school and so forth. My thing is this, though. The GG has never one day anything come to his desk. He has never questioned it. He has never questioned the state of public emergency. He has never questioned nothing, any laws that come from the sign off on. He has never questioned it that we know of. I think there's only 2 GG in my lifetime was ever done something like that. It's Sir Howard
and then
Cook.
To follow up on
hold on for me.
To follow up on that, Jeffrey.
It's Sir Howard Cook and Sir Flowers Glasspole. God rest their soul. But I've never heard of this GG said to Andrew, Prime Minister Holness, come to my office now. We need to talk.
Yes, and on top of that, what is really alarming to me is the fact that all the cry that Jamaica people have been crying out, this man have never yet come and give encouraging words or make a promise or do anything or take any step in any regard like he have ears or he understand or he's have the power to do something. He have never come out and say anything. I mean, about nothing pertaining to Jamaican people. And the population, what kind of human being is that? If you even come out and give a press briefing and say, this is going on.
It's not the role. It's not the role of the GG to give a press conference. The GG doesn't do that. In none of the Jamaican Governor General from 1962 until now has never. And I can be corrected on it, but I don't remember. They have never ever held a press conference, sir.
But they may not, but they give a statement. There are certain points that they give their point of view on.
They don't, sir.
So what's the purpose of a GG?
Well, go on.
With so much power?
Go on with the Constitution, sir.
To work for the Prime Minister?
No.
Is his job to work for the Prime Minister? Sir, so who is he working for?
Go on for me now, sir. Go on and read the Constitution. The Constitution lay out the role of the Governor General, sir.
No. I read the Constitution. I know he represents the monarchy. I know he you learn that from school.
Sir. You've read the Constitution, sir. If you have read the Constitution, sir, then you have seen the role of the GG, sir.
Yeah, but no, the GG role is not limited to just collect information, bring to the king and bring back information from the king. He's not limited when he's getting $31 million for himself, plus his staff. Yeah?
What information he carried to the king?
He report to the king.
So
that's the role.
What information he carried to the king, sir?
Whatever information there is. To report from Jamaica to the monarchy. Whatever information, that's all he do. And that's what he was designated to do, to represent the king in Jamaica. Meaning that he represent him in the case that he provide him with details or information. But I want to keep up sure what the point I'm trying to make is that for him to come out and utter this, it's like keep silent. Because it just shows that he is with Andrew Holness. This is a clear indication. There is no way the public defender came out and said it. He came out.
What public defender came out?
The DPP. The DPP. The DPP was the first one who uttered it a few days ago. And then he come and he back up the DPP. That's basically what he came out and do.
But then, sir, if what the DPP said that she being the director of public prosecution, if they call on her to be in any board, she has to decline it.
No.
What she was saying.
No. That's not what she was saying. She's implying that to make her point. That's just an implication to justify her point.
Even if she implied that, sir, she went on to say also that she has been called on many occasions to sit on boards and she declined it.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that?
Sir.
The DPP is incompetent to do her job.
Hold on for a minute, sir.
No.
And she went on to say that her learned friend, who is the what's her name again? Who is in charge of the thing there?
The FID?
No. FID business. Remember her name. She said that what she would have said to her friend is to decline any position that wanted to sit on the board. No, she came on and said she declined the position to sit on the board. I wasn't there. I don't know if she's lying out. I don't know if she's lying out telling the truth. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I will not run with that. That is self-justification. Well, I will not. That's just to back up our point to make our point stronger. That's self-justification. I will not run with that. Because first of all, DPP is incompetent in our own space. And why would you invite a public defender like the DPP to come and join on a board?
It has been going on for years. On both sides of the fence.
No. A DPP, I have never heard of a DPP sitting on any executive board like in the regard that she's talking. Maybe at our church or in the community. But the DPP position is a unique position, like just like you invite the GG to come sit on a board. No, those two position is not position that.
The GG can sit on the board though.
The GG?
Can I sit on the board?
No, he's not supposed to. And the same thing. That's what I'm saying. He cannot, and he's not supposed to, just like the public defender. The public defender should not sit on the board either, sir. Due to our position and what may arrive from certain institution that she have to deal with, it should not be. So she, that's why I tell you, it's just an alibi. She just used that to enforce her point, her stupid point that she's making. But nevertheless.
Hold on for a minute. Tavares is a part of the team trying to defend the IC and stop the investigation of Holness. Is that so? Is that so? You must know.
Jeffrey, you don't pay attention to those people, man. They suit no purpose. Those people who find time to to actually say stuff like that or come up with thinking like that, they suit no purpose. These people want you to be selfish and to be biased like nationwide. If you're not talking like nationwide or like Stevenson, Andre Stevenson, then people here don't want you to talk. No, people.
What is your take on Desmond McKenzie saying that they will not surrender Jamaica to the PNP? Your take on that?
My take on that, sir, is that McKenzie is very illiterate and dunce. And just like Warmington, they just say what they say for the crowd to make a little bit of noise, because that's what JLP want to hear, to make a little bit of noise. In the contrary, Desmond McKenzie should not be in politics anymore. He should be out. Because I don't see the purpose that they serve other than push badness. So I would not even comment on that, because you don't need to comment on something like that, because that is outright stupid. The Jamaican that they're giving shit water to drink, the Jamaican that people die in the hospital every second, you don't want somebody to surrender that to you. The Jamaican that the Prime Minister staggered immigration cannot be certified for 4 years. Would you want a country like that? Would you want that to be surrendered to you? Jamaican that 80% of children in our school cannot read and write. Would you want that Jamaican to be surrendered to you? That's the Jamaican he's talking about.
And before I go any further, I must send my condolence to the young lady who passed away, that Andre was talking about last night. On the behalf of the Mek Wi Talk program, my condolence to her family, to Andre and to the lady's family. It is a very serious time in our country that we're living in. When you have, I've worked in hospitals for many years. I don't profess to be any medical person because I didn't study medicine in school. I know nothing about medicine as such. But based on what Andre is saying, I know for a fact that you have to sterilize your equipment before any surgery and after surgery. The operating theater is a sterilized area. You can't go in there with your normal clothes. You have to put on a medical overall thing and hat and gloves and everything. So whatever happened with that young lady, it's a dying shame on the medical system in this country. And Andre has been saying, I've been calling Christopher Tufton, and Mr. Tufton don't answer his phone. And I want Mr. Tufton to know something. That we, the Jamaican people, pay your telephone bill. And you're answerable to us. We pay you. You don't pay us. You don't pay us.
Yeah.
Carla, you have 2 minutes. I want to start a minute. Go ahead.
And I have a similar experience like what Andre is talking about with my mom in Mandeville Hospital.
Yes.
And I can guarantee you something, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
If people were to
2 minutes, go ahead.
Yeah, if people were to really come forward and to share their experience with their family member in hospital Jamaica, you will understand why the doctors say over 15,000 persons die that should not die in hospital every year. I have proof of that.
Okay. All right, sir.
The more, okay, sir. Right.
Good evening. Person hang up. Oh, Lord. Person hang up. Call back from the caller. 954-529-8030 is also a WhatsApp number. Call in. Oh, let me see if I can get back the person. I think it's so. Oh, it's my good friend. Let me call him. Hold on. My good friend, how you doing?
Yes. I'm there, man. May I take it easy? The young lady Andre talk about, you see, I feel it. I feel it.
Yes.
I tell you something. I know the young lady. I know her.
You do?
And the young lady that died in the hospital that Andre talking about?
Yes.
Yes, man. I know her. I won't say where she works. She works at a money institution. I went there and I have to deal with her. And she deal with me very, very nice. And I know the mother too, Auntie Claudette. I know. You know
something from Mr. Marsh? I ask myself the question every single day. Are we blind in this country? Are we deaf in this country? And for those who want not to listen to what I'm saying, so be it. I don't care. Are we so damn deaf in this country that we don't know what is going on in Jamaica? And are we going to allow this man to go back in? Hello, we were warned about this man, you know. We have been warned about this man. And he shows us his dictatorial ways.
Well, if we go by what Andre said, because Andre used to deal with them, and Mike Henry, tell him about this man, how dangerous this man is. And we see it. We see it. Things is very, very serious. The question I want to ask you, because I have heard this, that certain people in the JLP did upset when they find those guns down by the house, down by that warehouse.
Sir Marsh, I don't want to comment too much because
yes.
What I hear, I have no proof yet, so I can't prove it. But what I've heard from a very reliable source line, a great line.
Some pass through.
All right, so much. I ain't gonna say nothing more.
And this man, the man who is saying that Jamaica will not surrender to the JLP will not surrender to the People's National Party. I feel him constituent to the government file, you know.
And you heard nothing from him? You heard nothing from him pertaining to this? And it makes you ask
nothing
against Sir Marsh. Is it that
nothing?
Is it that idiot there who went on to say that Conrad O'Brien, Ralston Hyman, Peter Bunting, Mark Gordon, and Jeffrey Tavares would rather swim in the blood of the Jamaican people to get to Jamaica House? Is it that he knows something that we don't know?
Well, for you to say something like that, you know, I know you have to know something. I know you have to know something. This thing is serious, you know, Jeffrey.
Very serious.
This thing is very, very serious, and it looks like we are taking it light. We are taking it light. But I said this, you know. I said this. The Prime Minister uses the analogy of the PNP like a dog. So may I tell them, stop, tease the dog.
Because the Doberman will end up biting in your neck.
The Doberman might just end up holding by the strap of the neck. Be very careful, because the people, you realize that when that man technically calling out, you know, because technically I call out the Labourite them, you know. Because I tell the Labourite them, say them no to surrender, you know. No, after the election, if the JLP lose, they are not going to surrender.
Is it? No, what I want, you ask a very important question. And what I want to find out though also, is Jamaica going back to the 1980s?
That's where they want us to go.
That's where they want us to go. Country?
That's where they want. And 1980 would be a joke to what would happen now, you know. Because these people, as Marlon talk about swimming blood, and we believe that people want swimming blood for reach Jamaica, but he'll not talk about those who want swimming blood for stay there.
I don't know what is really going on, you know. But I think that senator needs some psychiatric help.
You know, let me tell you something, Jeffrey. When Audrey Marks, somebody like Audrey Marks, find ourselves sitting among those people. Oh my God.
Then
it's such...
I am not gonna come on this platform here and this Lady Audrey Marks has been a good ambassador to the United States though. So I don't know if she be a good ambassador, a good member of parliament in Manayard seat. The good lady can hardly speak properly. You know?
Me not too disagree with you. Because some people are not done, but they can't talk. Like the finance minister. She's not a dunce, but she can't talk. Unlike Desmond, because who knows that Desmond a dunce, right? Desmond clearly dunce, and you can't tell him all that. I think, he mentioned, he said that Edward Siaga used to beat him. I wonder if Edward Siaga beat out him since.
Well, the only person can ask about that is my good friend Jerry Smalling, because Jerry first I heard with it. But Desmond, you said, Siaga, go ahead, Siaga should beat you. Jerry said,
he admitted.
Siaga should beat you. Go ahead. And Jerry run him.
Cliff Hughes interview him and he say yes, the Siaga used to beat him and he's not ashamed to say so.
Oh Lord.
And when done, Warmington talk about white man and Mark Golden, but him not talk to white man used to beat people like Edward, like Desmond McKenzie. That and Warmington was remember that the same white man shut him up in a parliament. Siaga. Yes, shut him up in parliament. Warmington, all the go and see Magwan. Let me tell you something, We have no problem with Eddie Siaga, but Eddie Siaga, a gentleman to Wagwan, right? No,
Hello, I believe that Buster and Edward Siaga thrown in the grave. To see where Andrew Holness has brought Jamaica and the Labour Party.
It's bad.
That is why the Jamaican people must send a clear message. They must send a clear and decisive message.
And that's why they're not calling the election. They're not announcing the date. Yes. They better do it early. They better do it very early. Because,
yeah. You have been in the political arena longer than I do. You could be my dad. How would you compare then and now?
You mean then and now?
Yes, then and now.
I tell you, to me, you have to examine it inside out, Because things is worse under this man,
I believe so too.
Yeah. Things is worse under this man.
Nobody, obviously no one wants to really speak the truth.
Exactly so.
It's up to.
I have a feeling, you see. I have a little feeling in my mind that somebody fooling him too. Because he believes that he have the police where he want them to be. But I don't think the police is...
You remember?
Go ahead.
When Bruce Gold into that term, you can remember it?
Who's bringing the term IT now?
Okay.
You think the police is going to sit back and allow Andrew Holness and his crew to get away with this thing?
I am very heartbroken for my country. I'm very worried about my country. I am very worried about Jamaica and where this election is heading. If the utterance by the leader of a party and the Prime Minister and the deputy leader of that party, Jamaica is in serious problem, but I want to believe yes or no.
You gonna tell me that Jamaica don't need an opposition? Don't need an opposition. And the deputy leader said the JLP will not surrender. One 3-letter word, Missy.
This country is going on a slippery path and a slippery slope.
After these people find themselves, they find all the word and like thief, theft, stole, fraud, embezzle, kleptocracy, kleptomaniac. And if you go downtown, the next set of people might tell you it DDT.
They may use some
only abbreviated.
They may use some
yes.
They may use some colorful word like don't buy pinks and Pablos.
Yeah man, DDT man. And you could even borrow something from a radio station in England, like the BBC thief.
Oh, Lord.
They would tell you. And these people coming around talking crap at people head.
You know what hurt me most of all, Samar? In which modern democracy you can see a company like SSL defraud the people of this country, and the owners of SSL gone like scot-free like a bird in this ear, according to my late friend Wilmot Mutty Perkins. Free like a bird. Huh? And nobody's charged for it.
And but look at it. They are very cunning, you know, because we talk about Usain Bolt money. It's not Usain Bolt money alone, you know. You have some other private citizen money, and then some pension money is there, sugar money is there, NHT money is there, and and guess what? Bobby Man take you NROC. Not NROC, First Rock. At the airport money. Where the airport money lodge? Who have the airport money?
I don't know. And you have some people, you know, people don't understand when I come on the platform and I said to them, so listen to me. You need to listen. Because I'm going to say something and I think it makes sense. And so, Marsh, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. If the People's National Party gains state power, okay, and they decide, the apparatus of the arm of the JCF decide then that they're gonna investigate, and investigation happen, and the DPP, the new DPP, decide to level charges against the Prime Minister and many others. I believe in my heart that there will be pandemonium on the streets of Jamaica. Because you know why? You know why I said so much? There's a lot of Jamaicans who still believe that the Integrity Commission of Jamaica lied to the people of Jamaica about the Prime Minister's 28 bank account. They believe that nothing goes up. And I mean, when you sit and you listen to the people and the utterance of the people, you have to think. How are you going to do this thing?
The DPP, the JLP fight use the majority and fight to keep the DPP there for one purpose, and it's to throw out certain case. You realize railway case can't try, not try, won't try. Right? She's there for one purpose. And then you take Dennis Strong, who not qualified for the job, and you put him at the FID to sanitize and to throw out certain things. Eh? Why? We're in a serious trouble. We're in a serious trouble. But let me tell you, no. Jamaica can go and rise up, you know. We are going to rise up, you know. We are going to rise up. These people believe that everything is well, and Desmond McKenzie can come on and talk about Jamaica. And Jamaica, I don't know. I never got to school and teach that. I don't know. I never got to school that day when I teach about Jew. I don't know. But if he merely call the name of what I believe, I have a feeling him talk about Jamaica still. And the Jamaican people going to rise up. Enough is enough. If some of them say Marcus Garvey prophesied, because all the thing they say prophesied, and talk about head go roll down King Street or whichever street, somebody better be careful. Because it's on the verge of happening.
And you know something, sir, man? If the people not feeling that when somebody of yours go to a hospital and they can't get the medical care, yet the tax administration of Jamaica collect over how much $1 billion today. Can some of those $1 billion help to fix Jamaica healthcare system? And you have an idiot who knew to give the airways to spread his propaganda. Idiot, I mean, AK syrup, man.
Well, there are certain things that I want to say about New Start 93. I don't want to say it from Pierce platform. I rather wait till I go over them and tell them the plain truth over there. But them sell out themselves. New Start 93 now becomes worse than George Davis. Because the thing that them are allow over there, it's too bad. It's just too bad. It's just another, and show you, the Guatemalan crime get too commercial for them over there. It's just that you, well, me don't want them get paid off, but let me tell you, Mark Walden went away and said something, and a lot of media also and criticized him.
But the man was
Said
right.
That,
He was right.
The man right. Them buy them out, the JLP buy them out and then sell out themselves. And that's why these people can't behave like this. Jamaica, the only country in the world, them things could have gone and get away. Yet I'm saying, Tufton can't do nothing wrong in the eyes of the Prime Minister and others. Him always right. Him always right. Hey, let me tell you, Mama.
It makes to ask the question, though, Sir Marsh. Is Mr. Tufton have any secret for the Prime Minister? Is the Prime Minister and Tufton going to this Jeffrey shut your mouth?
Right? No, sir. And you know, some time ago, one little hungry belly smaddy go over King's House property, got thief through hockey. Christ, and look what did happen to that little smaddy. And look how much billions of dollars them money are take away. Well, we can't get it worse.
If we in this country, Mr. Marsh, don't do something about what's going on in Jamaica, then we're going to surpass Haiti. We're not behind this back door, you know.
We get in there.
We're no longer knocking behind Haiti's back door.
Oh. My God, man, the thing bad, man. Too much.
Good evening.
Too much of this, man. Enough of this now. Enough of this now. And you can tell you that the JLP will not surrender to the people.
I wonder what Desmond McKenzie meant by saying that.
Well, nobody know I'm asking, but me assume. And no wonder so much gun did end up in a film constituency And a bird gun them. Me see some I gun them where them put from parade and a them bird and a gun here and a them bird they use and a them gun they use shoot bird.
Those things on display look like and you're farming like an army to Jeffrey stop it to what with the government.
And them sign I wonder how much gone through, how much passed through. Right? How much passed through? You talk about you not surrender? The GLP will not surrender? Well, we see what man election night. But let me tell you, the army.
I got to go. I got to run. I have a call coming in from somebody. I need to take this call. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Yeah, man. Okay.
Within our first 100 days of government, we will start the legislative process to fix the date for general elections in Jamaica. So no government will be able to come and make false promises and hide the truth and tell you half-truths and trick you into voting for them, and then when them win, them throw on poison for you.
100 days. The fixed election date. Still await for the promise to fulfill. One broken promise after another. Laughable, as we say.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back. I do apologize. I had to take the call. Some family member of mine. I had to take the call. The president, Mr. Samash, I do apologize to you, sir. I do apologize to you so much. I had to take the call a while ago. Seriously, I had to take this call. The number to call is 954-529-8030. 954-529-8030. I get to understand that Zelika is just in St. Elizabeth and Mayor Norman Scott is doing some marvelous work down there. Imagine if they come MP. They're gonna do more jobs, man. Do more work. 954-529-8030. That's the number to call to the program. 954-529-8030. I want to show you all something here before I get into other calls. And I know maybe I've seen the other platforms before. But Everett Warmington going around and talking about enslavement and all sort of damn stupidness. I want you to watch this video here.
We really didn't want to have to do this. But when you see a public figure constantly stirring hate and division, it becomes impossible to ignore. Everett Warmington continues to spew racism and disrespect, targeting Mark Golding and his family with lies about their heritage. How can someone like this continue to represent the people of Jamaica? Let's take a deeper look at who Everett Warmington really is and what his family history tells us. So let's take a step back and ask, who is Everett Warmington? What does his family's history say about the man behind the outbursts and the controversies? Everett Warmington's lineage in Jamaica stretches back to the early 19th century. Born in 1952 in Browns Hall, St. Catherine, Warmington is a descendant of the Warmington family from St. John Parish, one of the original 22 parishes in Jamaica during colonial times, a family deeply connected to Jamaica's colonial past. His ancestor, Charles Warmington, arrived in Jamaica from Cornwall, England, in 1792 and became a plantation owner. By 1826, Charles Warmington owned the Hermitage Estate in St. John, and his influence stretched across the land. He owned enslaved people starting with 5 in 1826 and increasing to 13 by 1832. This is a direct link to Jamaica's brutal history of slavery. In his will, Charles Warmington passed on enslaved individuals to his mixed-race children and left the Hermitage plantation to their mother, reinforcing the entrenched system of exploitation that defined much of Jamaica's early economic prosperity. But it doesn't stop there. Charles's partner, Elizabeth Queneborough, also involved in the slave trade, owned enslaved individuals herself. By 1826, she held 3 enslaved persons in St. John Parish, and later received compensation from the British government for their emancipation. So, what does all this mean? Everald Warmington's great-great-grandparents were slave owners. His family played an active role in Jamaica's colonial system that profited from the lives of enslaved people. Now, let's move from the past to the present. Everald Warmington is no stranger to controversy, particularly when it comes to his treatment of others.
Everald Warmington, the fiery member of Parliament for Southwest St. Catherine since 2002, popularly known for not being warm to the media. He has shouted at reporters when called to address issues linked to his portfolio, told a journalist to go to hell during a live interview, and extended his middle finger when he did not want his picture to be taken. For the finger violation, he apologized. With the many incidents of bad behavior over the years, one contributor described Mr. Warmington as a national disgrace. He has even referred to MP Lisa Hanna as Jezebel and faced backlash when he indicated that opposition leader Mark Golding's skin color would be a hindrance to him becoming Prime Minister.
If he wants to be Prime Minister, go back to England, Ireland, Wales or Scotland, but then beat Michael Andrew Holness.
From telling a female journalist to go to hell on live TV, to publicly insulting opposition MPs in Parliament, Warmington has repeatedly crossed the line. His sexist outbursts have tarnished the credibility of our legislative body. Warmington's behavior wasn't just a one-time outburst. It was a series of instances that exposed a deeper underlying issue with his respect for women in politics. In addition to calling MP Lisa Hanna a Jezebel, Warmington was known for his crude, condescending remarks towards other female colleagues in Parliament, often undermining their professionalism. His treatment of female reporters and anchors also shows a disregard for women in the media, most notably when he rudely dismissed Curlin Brown in 2011. Warmington's behavior is not an isolated case. His outbursts, whether in Parliament, on live TV, or in the media, follow a distinct pattern: hostile, combative, and disrespectful. His remarks are often a mix of personal insults, racial attacks, and misogynistic comments. This divisive behavior isn't just a one-off. It's a long-standing trademark of his political career. Whether it's belittling opponents or reporters, Warmington has shown that he has little regard for decorum, professionalism, or respect for the people he serves. In 2016, he referred to MP Lisa Hanna as a Jezebel, a term that has deep misogynistic and racial undertones. He later insulted other MPs, calling them garbage and threatening to walk out of Parliament. Just last year, he took it a step further, racially attacking opposition leader Mark Golding, questioning his Jamaican identity because of his white British father. But here's the hypocrisy. Everald Warmington, whose own family benefited from slavery, has the nerve to question Golding's heritage. Warmington's ancestor, Charles Warmington, owned enslaved people on the Hermitage estate, yet he criticizes Golding for his background, despite having his own bloodline tied to the legacy of slavery. Golding's father, Sir John Golding, was not just an academic and philanthropist. He was a pioneering orthopedic surgeon who played a vital role in Jamaica's healthcare. Sir John helped the nation fight polio, and after the Kendal crash, he was instrumental in treating the injured, saving countless lives. So, when Warmington attacks Golding's family history, he's ignoring the legacy of public service and national contribution that Sir John left behind. Public reactions to Warmington's actions have been strong. Media organizations like the Jamaica Observer and Gleaner have called out his lack of respect for parliamentary conduct and his divisive rhetoric. The Press Association of Jamaica, along with civil society groups, have condemned his behavior as unbecoming of a lawmaker. Even within his own party, the Jamaica Labour Party, there have been moments where senior officials like Horace Chang distance themselves from his remarks, though Warmington himself rarely shows any remorse. All the facts we've shared today from Everald Warmington's family history are backed by documented research. For a deeper dive into the colonial era records, Visit ucl.ac.uk or scan the QR code on your screen, where you'll find historical documents and archives that shed light on the legacy of slavery and its impact on Jamaica. We encourage you to do your own research and explore the facts for yourself. Transparency starts with us. Let's keep the conversation going.
Welcome back to the program. I want to say welcome to Walking in Divine Purpose for coming on. Thank you so much, my dear, for coming on to the program. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for those who are watching us in St. Elizabeth, good evening, good night, everything. I want some bammy from St. Elizabeth. Anyway, I can behave myself. Head boy, welcome to the program. I know you're not feeling well, but welcome to the program, my good friend.
Good night to you and your listeners, Jeffrey. I am battling the flu, but
oh Lord, mind the flu away.
Let me tell you, if I am not motivated to talk, it is now, the urgency of now.
Yeah.
As I greet your listeners, let me remind you, there's 83 days. The JLP has 83 days at which to call an election.
You know hear that? No, hold on there. I can't want to breaking news. Hold on. You hold on a minute there. Hold on there. I can't find this thing here. I can't find this right here because I think we're joking. I come with just a come.
This is Mek Wi Talk breaking news.
The Jamaican people is reminding the Jamaica Labour Party and the head of the Jamaica Labour Party and Prime Minister of this country. You have how many days again, head boy?
83 days at which to call the election.
Repeat again, my friend.
You have Mr. Holness has 83 days in which to call an election. And there's no other option he has but to call an election. And be he not deceived, they are doing everything in their power to get a third term. And what we are seeing now, and you know, the Governor General needs to explain himself. So many issues have occurred in Jamaica, but the Governor General did not see fit to come out and speak on those issues. The government owes police officers their overtime money and some other public sector workers. And now the Governor General never one day get up as somebody who has security detail assigned to him. Yeah? And say to the government, you need to pay the outstanding. But he can now, in his twilight, yeah, when the last little song left in him to sing, he could now get up with his forwardness and tell the Jamaican people that something is fundamentally wrong with the Integrity Commission.
So hold on there. And that is why we're asking this question. Is that the GG never know that before? Our termite the GG brain? Or
No.
since certain people operate from him? Anyway, Jeffrey, don't bother say. Go ahead for me.
He was forced. He was forced. Remember the man who said I was forced?
Yes, he was forced. Head boy, I go down the road there again, head boy.
By the way, the man is from Jeffreytown in Western St. Mary.
That pastor man who said he was forced head.
He was forced head. Them gang him up. So I'm saying the GG was forced head. And we're not referring to GG in our chat. Yeah? And by the way, as I said, calling him GG, let me say good night to Walking Divine. Welcome back, sis. It's been a while, but glad to have you. And, you know, I greet you well.
Yes.
But Jeffrey, on a serious note, and I'm going to speak on Wilmington, but I wanted to set the tone. And I said, so even how bad I am feeling, I cannot, in the next 83 days, give this government a break. But Jeffrey, I want to cry aloud with a loud voice because what I see that they're doing now in terms of oil in Jamaica. And nobody wants to have the discussion on oil. We must not rest up on this discussion around oil. And I think sometime you and I need to plan a day where we go in depth on what is happening with this oil find in Jamaica.
Yes, and start from the High Commission in London.
Yes, because we need to know what is happening with this situation where oil is concerned. Understand that the price at which they offered the company to purchase the oil was way less. The profit sharing arrangement was way less than anywhere else in the world.
Yes.
42%. When in other countries it is at 50, 60. Yeah. So I just said that on a side note. I'm not going down there. I'm just saying it as a side note to say to people that don't remove your eyes over the next 83 days. These are the issues they need to remain focused on. And when the People's National Party come to power, they must forthwithly, not going on your first 100 days, you must tell the GG to go home and yard.
Yes. Head boy, go ahead.
And I'm not disrespecting the Governor General, but I'm saying he has been ill, and his comments is quite ill. The irony of it is that it is ill time comments, very ill. And you don't find time to comment on the Integrity Commission matter. The very Integrity Commission which supposed to investigate him too, you know.
Yes.
Remember, it's not above the law, you know.
No, I don't think he can be investigated, head boy.
No,
hold on for me, head boy. I think the GG is exempt from investigation, man.
He's exempt from what I'm saying is exempt from investigation, but I'm sure they will know what money he's making.
Yes, they know.
He's not exempt from morality. Yeah. So maybe he is threatened too that the Integrity Commission is getting so powerful that they might ask next to investigate him.
Yes.
Because I want to make it clear to your listeners, you know, you cannot separate the Governor General from Andrew Holness and this 49 band of thieves. Yeah? You cannot separate him from them.
Yes.
He has presided over the tyranny and he has power within the Constitution to say no, what is happening is wrong.
I have joining me right now is one of Jamaica's eldest out in his own right statesman who has have a memory of an elephant. A man who continue to stand up for his poor class of Jamaicans in his own right. Major Robert Prince Smith, welcome to the program, sir.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm here
Blessings, brother. Blessings.
Everything good?
Yeah, man, everything good. I want to take your drag your memory. Hey, boy, I don't know if you're aware of a young man who was locked up by the police and said that he is wanted Wednesday, and he wanted for murder.
Yeah, unwanted Wednesdays.
And it seems that the JCF has done one of those things they did again, mistaken the identity. I want to play a video here where our good friend was on a radio TV program speaking about it. That's why I bring him on now to speak about this. We're going to go back to Warmington and stuff, but we're going to have to come to this first. I want you to listen to this.
While a lawsuit may be hanging over the state, security consultant Robert Finzi Smith said the lack of response from the Jamaica Constabulary Force is unacceptable.
at the very least, very least, the JCF needs to put out a public apology in all media that they put this photograph on. And if I were his lawyer, I would see what I would consider to be sufficient compensation for what the young man has suffered. But it goes deeper. It means that if I get a picture of somebody somewhere and put on the JCF thing, he can end up being, what is the terminology in unalived. And then people say, oh, so sorry, wrong person.
The JCF eventually removed the image from Instagram on June 10, 2025, minutes after 5 p.m. We are yet to receive a formal response to our queries about the reason for the error. And though the photograph has been removed from the JCF's social media pages, human rights advocate John Clark pointed to the potential long-term impact the error may have on Mr. Gray's life.
You may have a scenario where his image is still on websites belonging to other persons, and more importantly, may still affect him when searches are made online in relation to whether or not he was ever arrested by the police, which will always have to answer yes to in relation to any material that deals with embassies, etc. And important, I don't think many citizens give sufficient credence to the fact that mistakes can be made and that this information will forever be in the public and will forever affect his name.
Meanwhile, attorney at law Alexander Shaw says despite whatever legal action Mr. Gray may take, the harm to his reputation is irreparable.
In 2025, when your image is published, especially because of the manner in which police go about arresting people, and there's this fear of meet the judge or your maker. So I believe all of that has to be taken into consideration. You know, I believe the JCS should at the very least public an apology immediately.
Mr. Shaw and Mr. Clark were both speaking yesterday on Beyond the Headlines with host Dion Jackson Miller.
Now, Sir Smith.
Sir.
You have on, hold on there. How much thing you have on here, sir? Which one are you using?
I'm using the one you said.
No, but I have your 2 times on this thing. Okay, go ahead now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
I want to find out from you. The JCF sent out this thing here about this young man. It's not the young man.
No, I'm also informed that when they were transporting it to if it had been locked up, the person that they really wanted was in custody.
Uh-huh.
You hear?
So Smith?
Yeah, go out and come back in.
Yeah, there's something going on with your system there. Go ahead again. I didn't hear you. Go ahead again for me.
You want me to go out and come back in?
No, stay where you are. I hear you now. Go ahead.
All right. I'm saying I'm informed that there's a distinct possibility that even whilst they were transporting him to the eventual lockup, the person of interest that they were really looking for was in custody.
But Jesus Christ in heaven.
It goes further. It seems that the photograph they published was obtained from the passport office.
I beg your pardon?
The gentleman said him do have another photograph out there. The one him say is in passport photograph.
So let me ask a question now, Mr. Smith. And help can come on in this too. Ask this question here. So the JCF get the young man photograph from the passport office. Isn't that illegal?
I'm not too certain as to the legalities of it, but it's very unsettling. Especially like when we want to go to things like NIDS and all the rest of that. It says a lot about the sanctity of your information.
So that means they can go to the passport office in Jamaica and take a picture of Jeffrey Tavares and Jeffrey Tavares wanted for all kind of thing.
It would appear that that possibility looms large.
If I was a young man, you see, when I sue from head to toe.
I am hoping he comes out of this at least financially stable.
1.9 billion you must get. Too damn wicked.
It is unsettling because it opens the possibility that is frightening.
My God in heaven. Head boy, your take on this?
No, but you see, it is typical of the bungling which is happening. The police is in an era where they are being forced to push statistics over real intelligence. Yeah? Hence why you have a scenario now where what is happening, them just going for everybody. Yeah? Them not care if a Jeffrey Mack. Them just want you're a Jeffrey. Yeah? So them come grab Jeffrey Tavares instead of Jeffrey Mack. Or they come grab Ed Boy instead of Ed Girl. So the reality of it is Keisha Mack, well, they should grab her. But the reality of it is that it is really disheartening to know, and even the passport picture and what the passport Pika is doing is wrong. And let me tell you why. Fundamentally, I don't know if there's any law which prevents them from doing it. Yes, and seeing that it was a scenario where they said what the young man was wanted, I'm certain that some of his rights would have been curtailed. So, but what is dangerous is that your information at Pika can just be obtained by anyone.
Oh, go ahead and talk.
And so we have to seriously look into this, and it is sad that the young man had to go through that, and as rightfully said by Sir Fizzy, he should get a handsome sum from the state, because it's obvious that the state has violated this young man's rights, and he will have to live with this forever.
But I'm going to tell you what's even more disturbing to me. I think the figures say that at least 24 of the people who were unalived by an alleged confrontation with the police had no firearms.
Yeah.
Yes, I heard the report as well, Sir Fitz, and I was shocked. But I heard
so my question is, how we know how innocent or how guilty those are? I also made the point elsewhere since we say that it has lessened the unaliving by firearm in the country, both the drop in figures. But my mathematical acumen, which is all that good, I bow to Head Boy's superiority in this regard. But I'm saying, I think if you add the people which said that criminals are responsible for, and add the number that the police are responsible for, when you add up the two of them, you still have the same amount of Jamaicans who are unalived by the gun. Same amount dying. It's just the perpetrators have changed.
Gentlemen, sorry to break you. There's a item of news coming into us from one of the major highways in Jamaica. I don't know exactly where this is, but I'm going to run this news here.
This is Mek Wi Talk breaking news.
Big man is meant to be dead.
Where this happened, I really don't know. It was on a highway a short while ago, earlier on this evening. This happened with a gas tanker. Where exactly this is, we don't know. But it's one of the major highways in Jamaica. And the police vehicle is involved in it too. My God. That's the front of the oil tanker. This is what happened, and this is another shot. We're involved. Is it involved with a oil tanker, a taxi, and a police car? That's what is going on right now. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Mek Wi Talk program. I am Jeffrey Tavares with my co-host, Head Boy, and Major Robert Francis Smith. We're talking about what's going on in Jamaica. So, Smith, you were saying something, sir. Go back to what you were saying, sir.
I'm just saying that liars figure, but figures don't lie.
Yes.
I'm asking somebody with a little more mathematical acumen than I to add up the numbers of the people who lost their lives to gunmen, as we know them, those who lost their lives to confrontation with the police, and add up the figures and see if they don't come close to what you saw all overall last year.
Yep, you are correct.
So I'm not that stupid.
This nation is in the crisis during this, Smith. You all hearing me?
Yeah, we're in it, right? I'm hearing
Yes.
it.
I'm just saying that this country is in a very serious crisis, you know. And we came on here to speak about Cornwall Regional Hospital also, and Desmond McKenzie and the Prime Minister talking and bloody nonsense about surrendering Jamaica. But this thing has caught my eye with this young man. I guarantee you, if it was any member of the effluence of society, you know, for St. Andrew, according to my good friend GG, they would have come out and apologize big time, you know, Mr. Smith. Robbie? You know, we have lost Sir Robert Francis Smith.
It would seem so.
Yes. So you know,
but they would have come out. They would have come out and said something. You're absolutely correct. And Finch's comments were in fact right in saying that, you know, this young man should pursue some sort of legal action.
Yes. It's ridiculous. Head boy, continue for me. I'm trying to find something here.
Right.
Continue for me, please.
But as we draw closer to the next 80 days, 83 days, it's going to be an interesting. Oh, by the way, let me back. You know, there were you streamed the meeting last night in East Central St. Andrew. Yeah?
Yeah.
And what we saw in East Central St. Andrew last night was a massive turnout. But the JLP was having a meeting in East Central St. Andrew as well.
And one in Hanover.
Right. But the one there in East Central St. Andrew, Rhoda Moy Crawford, the MP for Central Manchester, literally disrespected Dr. Peter Phillips.
Rhoda can't do better in the head boy.
No, she's virtually what do you call it now? She's having a meltdown.
Yes, she is.
You could go into a man's constituency, a man who has done so much for so many people in that area. Yeah? With education.
Give me a second here. Continue. Just give me a second here, please.
Yes, with education and coming to try and disrespect the legacy of the man. Rhoda, you will never live to see and achieve the achievements that Dr. Peter Phillips have achieved in his lifetime. And you are very disrespectful and very distasteful with what you insinuated last night at your meeting about Dr. Phillips. But as we look over the next 83 days, we understand that the current government of Jamaica is virtually clueless. They have no sense of what, and that the Jamaican people are in fact frustrated and fed up.
Yes.
When you look throughout the length and breadth of Jamaica, and you see the frustration of the people of Jamaica, people who from Beryl have not gotten any assistance. I can remember, Jeffrey, last year we were on this program after Beryl, reaching out to people to see how they're doing. You remember?
Yes, and I even assist a lady, I think with a little 1-bedroom.
Yes, you did some assistance to somebody down there.
Yes.
So it is sad. What have they done? NCB said they raised money for Beryl. They were raising money for Beryl. To this day, we have not seen NCB hand over a check says it's on behalf of what they raised for Beryl. Have you seen it?
No. And as a matter of fact, I have been asking about how much thousands of US dollars
from the Cayman Islands,
former premier of the Cayman Islands bring to, and it was live for us to see it, where the former premier gave the brown envelope to the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister gave it to Desmond McKenzie. Desmond, sorry, not Deadman. Well, anyway, Jeffrey gave herself. Desmond McKenzie. You know? We haven't seen anything about that. I want to touch on something here. Go ahead.
Desmond, where the envelope from Cayman Islands gone? Desmond. Okay, I call him for you. You talk, but you will not surrender Jamaica. You better surrender the envelope first.
I want to put up something here on the platform here. Because there is something going around with this Cornwall Regional Hospital. And we're trying to figure out what is the true numbers. Idiot Amin went on Portland Spice TV and had also said this. This is what Idiot Amin said.
The PNP has been asserting a particular dollar figure in terms of spend, and it is not so simple.
Did the minister said the projection for Cornwall Regional is $23 billion? Did the minister said that?
Colin,
yes or no?
Is very simple.
Yes or no?
My response is very simple.
Very simple is yes or no.
We know that the projected expenditure at Cornwall is going to be in the order of quite a number of billion dollars. Yes?
Hey, Marlon, you're dangerous.
Go back to check the records.
It's all right.
So
Listen.
In relation to the projected expenditure.
Listen, because we're going to play it.
Hold on. Let's give me 20 seconds. The point I'm making, just to be clear, is that whatever the ultimate cost of Cornwall Regional will be, is neither here nor there.
It is rubbish. Rubbish. What?
Nothing about it.
What? You are telling me that you're refurbishing a hospital with 20 million and it's neither here nor there? Rubbish!
What I'm simply saying is this. Watch me now. Listen me now.
For a country that is broke.
Had existed over several years. So what is here and
the much talked about 23 billion price tag is a projection. Yes, it's by us, it's a projection. But
you hear me, sir? He admit that he said it, He admit that he said it. Head boy and Finzi and Mr. Mike can come on in because I have another thing to make them listen to. Your take on it. Head boy. Lord, you guys don't leave me alone and listen tonight.
Now, can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead, Sir Finzi. Your take on that, Cindy.
I am saying that it is almost sickening when people attempt to, he has abandoned lying. He has now started to obfuscate. He has started to find, he's playing what you call ostrich.
Yes.
I don't know how rude I can get on this program, but
go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Do you know what happens to ostriches when they stick their head in the sand?
Oh, Lord.
They leave sections of their anatomy open to penetration.
But that person have to drink a lot of syrup, though, you know.
Well, that person, from what I have heard, may not be careful, Bobby, may not be objectionable
to
the consequences of sticking their head in the sand. But the fact is that you started something with a great deal of fanfare about what you're doing and how much it's going to cost. When I was at UTEC, I used to mingle with the people from engineering department, and the first thing you learn is
yes,
an engineer finds out what is the scope of work. Then you get we call them now a quantity surveyor who tells you what the material that's needed is going to cost. And if you're a bright and diligent person, you find out what are the possibilities of escalation in terms of material prices and all the rest of it. If somebody like Trump wake up and put tariff on it. So you add all of that in. And then you come and talk about, trying to remember the exact term, escalation, costs, or whatever. And you add that in as your safety net. But I think we're losing sight of what it came from too. My thing, it was originally how much billion? 2 billion? It is now 21 plus.
And you have some people who is saying that he said that there's a projection, but Mark Golden is running with it and says it's what he's paying for it. And I'm like,
what projection? That is not a projection, that's a magnification. Now what I'm saying to you is whose money they're being so cavalier with?
The taxpayers' money of this country.
Okay, so now I may have told you this before, but for those who may be listening that I may not have said it in their presence, let me help you out. At another space in time, I was the security consultant for the Western Regional Health Authority.
Yes.
I was based at Cornwall Regional. Now let me tell you about Cornwall Regional. It has not been painted. So raw concrete over the years is a haven for mold. Further to that, they had a central air conditioning system, which meant I discovered to my horror that the same system running through the pharmacy, running through the offices, running not even so much the wards, but running through the operating theater.
That should not be.
Also ran through the morgue.
No.
Yes.
These people are sick.
So what I'm saying to you now is that the chickens have not only come home to roost, they have been laying eggs. And I want to know who did the original assessment that wouldn't have taken this into account.
Because what I know so far, Sir Smith, and I've worked in hospital for many years in the Cayman Islands. I've worked at the Chrissy Thompson Hospital, now CTMH Doctors Hospital. And when we were building a hospital with Dr. Tomlinson, the operating theater have a separate air conditioned unit from the maternity ward and the general ward and the offices.
Yes, but at Cornwall Regional, all of the systems ran through a central air conditioning system.
What the difference is going on in this country?
So they are now reaping the benefits of whatever genius put that out there.
But my question though, head boy and Mr. Smith, I don't know who was advising the minister of the government, but I'm pretty much sure some person advising them must have told them to lick the damn building down.
I would have imagined, but the magnitude of that happening and the surrounding areas, residential and otherwise, being impacted, I don't think they have this expertise or the skill to do so without causing widespread damage.
Oh.
Have you looked at the size of that building?
Yes, it's a huge building. I think it's the
tall,
largest in the English-speaking Caribbean.
And it's sitting atop a knoll. So once that starts to fall, anything in the vicinity have potential danger.
So because of the the building is an asbestos building. Well, I won't tell asbestos
It's not
building.
just asbestos, it's the raw concrete. If you look on Cornwall Regional, you can tell it's never been painted.
What the hell?
Somebody probably looked at it, did an estimate as to the impending cost of painting it, and decided that it could do without it. And then the design allows air that is not conditioned to run straight through the hospital.
Yes, Desmond.
It was ill-conceived at its concept. It was ill-conceived at points in time when it could have been retrofitted or put together in a way that would have corrected some of the anomalies. But I think somebody look at, I apologize if I'm wrong, but I see somebody looking at that and saying, you know, you can make a money, you know, and you can look good.
I just did a research a while ago. Cornwall Regional Hospital, a public hospital in Jamaica, was constructed in 1972.
Yes.
But opened to the public in 1974. It's located in Montego Bay. So over the years, from 1972, when it was constructed, opened in 1974, what we're now hearing, that no work was done in the sense of refurbishing what to be refurbished, change what to be changed since 1974?
Well, it wouldn't have been refurbished in 1974 because it's brand new.
It built.
Yeah.
It opened in 1974.
Well, now here's the problem. This land us right in the middle of the late 70s. And in the middle of all of this came Mr. Siaga taking over as Prime Minister in 1980.
Oh, you mean the man from Boston?
Yes. So anything that would have age-wise, it would have come to the point where you would now doing defects and fixing. And it would fall bang, slap bang in the middle of the government of the time. And then it wasn't done. And then there was what? Almost 8 years before Mr. Siaga had to relinquish control.
Yes.
Mr. Siaga's history with medical facilities in the island of Jamaica isn't great.
Oh.
He used to have a hospital in almost every parish until he blocked down most of them. Anyhow.
Why did he do? Hold on, Robert. No, we're going there. Do you have an idea why he locked them down?
Because Anybody with a socialist thought process will tell you that there are certain things that you can't run like a business. Hospitals that are public hospitals, transportation, and education. Those three services to the public need to either be subsidized or totally monetized by the government. If you run it like a business, it is almost guaranteed to make a loss.
Just like JUTC?
Yes. So now, when it comes to the hospitals, Mr. Siaga, in his wisdom, decided that he would close down what hospitals that he would have to operate at a loss. Those that he was keeping and making to type 1 or type 2 health centers. And the rest of it closed. If you remember carefully, there was a time when there was a massive evacuation of nurses and things out of this country, you know.
Yeah.
That didn't no work.
And some people, like Idiot Amin, will not do their research to find out that under his party, Jamaicans left Jamaica for greener pastures. That's under the PNP alone.
Yeah, long before they were invited to do so by, I call it, by their account. Now, what you need to also understand is that there is history and then there is his story. The gentleman in the delusion of trying to appear militant comes up with this part of the story that suit him. And it's like he was answering the gentleman or not answering the gentleman. And him hear the question and he just goes, zoops around it. Or if I'm going to answer you, I am going to clarify it. I'm going to put it in context first. Whilst I think of something to say that sounds plausible, but won't appear to be too damning.
But Sir Finzi and Jeffrey, what is my fundamental issue with this Cornwall regional problem? You know that when the JLP came and said they conceived of Cornwall Regional, by the way, Sir Finzi is in fact correct. Because in 2008, when the then Minister Rodiard was Minister of Health, which by the way, Rodiard would go down in history as one of the worst ministers of health Jamaica has ever seen, next to Christopher. When Rodiard Spencer was there, the fumes started at Cornwall Regional. They assured the public they did something and they said they changed out the cooling system down there. That's what they said they did. I remember reminding Jamaica.
I'm not wrong then.
Huh?
So I'm not wrong then.
No, you're not wrong. I'm reminding Jamaica because I'm just remembering it like yesterday. And when that was done, by 2013, Cornwall started showing signs again of the same fumes emerging.
And two members of staff died from cancer-related things that they were trying to trace to the bone.
Yes. And now the JLP, and let me show you hypocritical Christopher Tufton and Andrew Holness' administration. I know how hypocritical they are. Horace Daly had just taken over Ministry of Health, I think, in 2014 because Fenton had to move because of the chikungunya situation. Yeah? And they made noise. Oh, Cornwall Regional is in this state and da da yada. And they politicized Cornwall Regional matter. Campaign on it in the West. When they came, they saw a plan afoot because Horace Daly, as Minister of Health, was designing a plan either to knock down Cornwall Regional and build a new facility altogether, strengthen the satellite hospitals, such as the hospitals in Westmoreland, Hanover, right? And they would have beefed up Trelawney to just help help out Cornwall for the time until they finish doing what they're doing. Yeah. Now, when you look at what happened now, Christopherson saw two plans when he came as minister: refurbish or knock down. Knock down was cheaper, but knock down don't have no scrapings from it. I'm going to talk plain, you know. Knock down don't have no fat in it. Because you don't do what the contractor would get and when you would work out. Yeah? But in the refurbishing, any person who has owned a property in their life knows that it is always easier to build than to refurbish. Because when you go inside here, you don't know what you're going to find. Yeah? You don't know what you're going to pull apart. And that is exactly fundamentally why they chose refurbishing. This was a grand scheme, a grand con, and what has shocked them is that this change in the spokespersons in health in the People's National Party. And let me get to that. Before they had Dr. Guy, who I have the greatest respect for, but Dr. Guy is not a confrontational person. And Dr. Guy was virtually on his way out of politics. Yeah? So you had the portfolio was a little bit quiet. Then came the rebel with a cause, Dr. Dawes, yeah, who started to shine the light on the situation, and that created the problem. Yeah, that created the problem. And it is through Dr. Dawes why.
But at long last, we had somebody in the health ministry who was a doctor.
Yes.
That was willing to go in there and think, because like you said, Dr. Guy was not going to get tangled. Very decent fellow, but he wasn't going to get tangled.
I want you all to listen to something else again. To show those who keep on saying that the minister didn't say XQYZ. And a good friend of mine took me to task about this. Why don't you listen to this?
GB card, which I'm waiting for some potential sales. We have John for some retest of this area for the buys.
Hold on there for me. Hold on there. I don't think this is. Oh, hold on.
Minister of Health in his sectoral debate
louder
on Tuesday made mention of the fact that they've spent 9.4 billion on Cornwall, not 23, and that 23 is a projection. I don't know if 23 is aspirational, because whenever things don't work out, the Prime Minister have a way to say, well, never really mean it literally, it's aspirational. But I was looking back as to why there's this level of confusion. So I found some stories. The price tag for reconstruction of Cornwall Regional Hospital in Montego Bay has ballooned to almost 200% more than the original estimate. Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Tufton revealed during a virtual press conference held earlier today, that's March 7, 2023. He said the tag had moved from 5 billion to 14.1 billion.
You hear that? From 5 billion to 14 point something billion. Listen to some more of what Simon Castle is saying.
Which is more than, he never said projection. Right. Now that's more than 9.4 billion. That's March 2023. April 2 of 2023, so the following month, the current 4.1 billion budget to rehabilitate the Cornwall Regional Hospital in St. James could increase because of global inflation and other variables. Who said this? None other than the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, said while promising that the work will be completed in 2025. He had said at the time, the timeline for me is not an indicative timeline. I am holding it as a firm timeline. And I am saying this in the presence of Minister Tufton and the project manager who are here. It has been long in coming, Holness declared during a tour of the hospital.
Okay.
I reached February 2024. The current 21.4 billion price tag for the Cornwall Regional Hospital restoration was revealed on February 15 in the estimates of expenditure for the 24-25 fiscal year tabled in Parliament. According to the document, approximately 6.7 billion has been spent on the project, with 5.8 billion projected for the upcoming year. So 5 and 6 is 11. Call it 12. The figure just keeps changing.
There you go. The figures keeps changing and changing and changing and changing. Listen to some more of these.
Yeah. Approximately 8.9 billion for 2 years leading up to March 2027. So they added on for the following year, maybe another 8.9. Another report. Okay, so with the price tag for the rehabilitation work of the hospitals now set at 21.4 billion, up from the last estimate of 14.6, there is no certainty on whether the cost will remain the same or increase further before completion by April 2026. Who said this? Vivian Gordon, the project manager in charge of the restoration work. He made that frank admission last Thursday. Now, the first time we heard the minister deny that the project would cost over 20 billion was May 16 last year, when he said that 21 billion was a projection, that it hadn't been spent. That's the first time we heard him talk about projection. April 25 this year, speaking at the reopening of the Mobay-based hospital's administrative block, Health and Wellness Minister Dr Tofton confirmed the project's updated cost at 23.5 billion. This figure includes general consumption tax, equipment upgrades, and the relocation of some services. So is there any wonder
all of this
why everybody is confused as to what the real cost?
Confused, yeah. He himself is confused.
And
is there any wonder why all of us is confused with this Cornwall Regional Hospital projection or what is being spent? Listen to some more of Samuel Caspill here. We're gonna get Head Boy and Sir Francis Smith taking it.
And you know, I kind of wish that the people who ask him questions would do the same kind of
research and arm themselves for the figures.
And arm themselves with figures and dates and occasions. Now, I know you understand the whole business of projection as opposed to what has been spent. But if the first time you mention projection is like last year and then again Tuesday,
then people would
have been banding around the figure
for
of 20-odd billion, largely because you didn't deny it
precisely
in April.
Based on what you said,
So, at the end of the day, right now, I'm confused.
Yeah, everybody confused.
As to what the real cost is. And I know the cost would change based on the initial project. So if the project was just to get rid of the mold, 2 billion. All right, the fact that you have to rebuild the entire hospital, the projection is 20-odd billion. The question I have is the hospital worth the projected 20-odd billion? Or would it have been better to knock it all down and start again? Again, that's a question I would love to ask.
There you go. Sir Roberts, Francis Smith, and Head Boy, come on back in. Two of Jamaica's senior journalists has been asking the question, would it be feasible for them to lick down the hospital, use that 20-something billion that they have projected to use to build a new hospital? Head Boy and Sir Smith, unmute your mics.
You could build two.
There you go. As an investigator, Sir Smith, it seems like that they're taking Cornwall for a cash cow.
Well, What do you expect when one of the senior project managers is a chef?
Head boy. Repeat what I didn't hear you.
I said one of the senior project managers is a chef.
Oh Lord. So what he do? Yeah, if the person's a chef, he doesn't know anything about project. He don't know about project managers.
No, for cook up things so.
Oh Lord. This country is in some serious problem. And I believe that Cornwall Hospital has become a cash cow for the governing Labour Party.
It could also be a source of funds for the Western Alliance.
Oh Lord.
Do you see any of the Chinese workers on the site?
I haven't seen the video of that as yet. What happened?
I'm saying our local workers may not have been able to travel the job as quick as they could have.
Head boy? Head boy?
You know, gentlemen, forgive me. I got a call and I got a call and I got distracted, so I didn't hear the point that Finzi had made.
No. Did you hear what Simon Cressy was talking about? You head boy?
Yes, man. Of course, with the dates with the minister.
Right. So we're asking you to give us your take.
You mean with the dates with the minister?
Yes. Yes. Yes, head boy. Go ahead.
Oh, I think my connection just went out. Yes, I'm saying, yeah, man, that no, it is clear. Tufton was looking a way at which, and I would not try to impugn anybody's impugn any motives or try to tarnish anybody's character. But there's only one conclusion I could come to. Why would you project $21 billion or 20-something billion dollars for a building that you say is only $9 billion you spent so far? And my point is, if you reach that, when you reach at the first $2 billion you projected, when you reach at $1 billion and you say, boy, you look inside, you must see that it's going to take more to refurbish. Why then didn't take the decision and say, well, let's report to the country, we have spent $1 billion and we realize that it's going to take way more to refurbish. We're not going to spend any more. We're going to proceed to knock down the building and build a damn new expression. Yes? The only reason for continuing was because they felt that they had somehow found the gravy tree. They had found the scarce benefits and spoils, which oftentimes is associated with the Minister of Health.
And when you add that to the construction industry,
Tufton would go down in history as being one of the most equipped ministers of health, but yet though one of the worst performed ministers of health. Meaning the access to resources that the Ministry of Health has gotten under Tufton, no other Minister of Health has received that support. None. But yet though our hospitals are in the state that they are in. You know, I watched the meeting last night in East Central St. Andrew at the great Norman Manley High School. And I saw Dennis Gordon mention that he has a facility there in the constituency, which is catering to giving, didn't he say free dialysis for 22 for some persons, yes. And when I looked at it and I say, imagine a man going into politics has to go broker a deal with a university with the mayor for Miami, yeah, to get some support for the people of Jamaica. Why can't the Minister of Health do the same?
All the minister does, head boy and the Smith, is to come up here and fly around, and go around and sign his books and promote his books with the current person who's taking over Manor Yard seat. That's all I do.
But as you talk about that, I realize there's an easy acceptance of her down in Manor Yard seat.
That's the word on there?
The offerings, the frankincense and myrrh. Yes,
but
she's going to be the candidate.
But don't you find it very amusing and ironic, or maybe another word to use, that the current member of parliament, Manor Yard, hasn't said anything about this endorsement? This woman coming to the seat?
They have disrespected Audley Shaw and Omar Miller. But Audley is so shamed because he, in his old stage now, the party he turned to, because Audley was never always JLP, has now treated him the worst they could ever treat any sitting member of parliament. Because, to be honest, when you look at Audrey Marks, right? Audrey Marks has been out of Jamaica for so long. I don't even think Audrey Marks can identify with the people of Wallaston, with the people of Craighead, and with the people of Christiana, with the challenges that they have. She don't know what it is to turn on a pipe and water to come. Yes? So, what I know for a fact is I thank Andrew Holness for doing what he has done, because he has given the seat to Valentin Witt.
Yes.
That's easy picking.
I admire the Prime Minister. In the days of my philandering, I would never have had two of my paramours next door to each other.
You know about what?
I would never have had two of my paramours living next door to each other.
Head boy, you know what you mean by that?
I know, but I want my sweetheart and my lover to be friends. It's the only way to work.
But you know something? I think a lot of people misunderstood Ambassador Marks did when she was giving her speech in Montego Bay. She was talking about this current Prime Minister.
No, she was talking about Bruce Goldman.
Bruce? You didn't know that, Robert?
But she spoke about both of them,
You kidding me?
Yeah, she said, I know them will say the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
It's an interesting mix-up.
So don't you know that Kalaloo, Falaloo is everybody's toy?
Who is
I am not of that less of a gentleman to say that, but I am saying that rumor has it that the possibility exists.
Oh! I see what you're talking now. Lord, have his mercy there, God in him.
She's quite generous. I had the privilege of once attending the parliament, and I sat in the gallery, but where I sat in the gallery, I could actually look over. So I was seeing the government side, and I could look right over And this woman wear the shortest dress I've ever seen. And every minute the Minister of Health was there, he would not move. They sit very close together.
You mean Tough Tongue?
Yeah.
Oh Lord. I want to It is now 9:31, 8:31 in Kingston City, Jamaica. We're listening and watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Mek Wi Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. It's a current affair program tonight. My two guests are Head Boy and Major Robert Finley Smith. We've covered so many topics tonight. And our last thing to cover tonight, I want you all to give me the take on this song that I'm going to play. And tell me your views on it. Listen to the entire song. And give me your views on it, Sir Robert and Head Boy.
Jamaica.
That one. Sorry. Ready.
come under some pressure. You're going to hear all kinds of propaganda. You're going to hear all kinds of lies and deception. There will be tactics used to try and buy you out. There will be tactics used to try and frighten you away. And I only have to say one thing to you tonight, comrades. We are blood and fire comrades, and we're marching on to progress. And we will stand firm. We will not be bought because we are not for sale.
So Smith, and
Yes,
you're taking that.
I think they have found the second national anthem.
Indeed.
It's a piece of genius.
Yes.
It is simplistic and catchy.
Indeed.
You're going to hear the babies singing it.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I looking now for the what you call it, the marketing. I looking for the T-shirt them.
Indeed, my friend. Indeed. Indeed.
Blood and fire comrade on the back.
Yes. Yes. Maybe we should build some and sell from over here.
Here you can go ahead, but I suggest you speak to party headquarters first.
Yes, we can just jump and do it. Yeah, that's true. Yes.
Yeah.
So Smith, I want to big up somebody on the platform here. One of my oldest viewers and listeners, Mr. Peter from Manchester, just called me a while ago, and I want to wish him happy Father's Day. Already gone. But he's somebody who continue calling this program and call me off here and give me some encouraging words. And I want to say good night to him tonight. He's 80 years old.
Wow.
80 years old. And those are the people who we have to listen to. You think their mind is gone, they're not gone.
Nah.
Mr. Peter's voice sounds strong than in mind.
Well, if you live a life, it goes.
Yes.
It goes without question.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he's a very, I mean, I listen to him. He just called me and I said, Mr. Tavares, this song is another anthem for the PNP.
Yeah, man.
You know? Yes.
It's
Hey, boy, your take on that song.
And I want to tell you.
If you're in your room, you're going to come out.
Yes.
I want to tell you that that song has been around for a long time, you know.
Yes, it has.
But what I realize happening with the PNP, and this is to show you when a party is picking up momentum. For the PNP to have taken a struggle song, because it's a struggle song, and bring it back to the limelight, that struggle song now is even popular amongst young people. Yeah? Young people. They didn't have to sing no drop your pants below your wherever. They didn't have to tell you how much clocks they're on foot. Yeah? And Hoover range fatter than Hoover range.
Yes.
But they found a struggle song which sing about the struggles and struggling for the ordinary people of Jamaica. And this struggle song has become an anthem of the struggle.
And you know something, head boy? I've heard my adopted parents with it. God rest their soul. But I didn't remember anything about it until I heard Natalie Garvey with it.
Yes.
She was the one who came up with the song on the 2nd of June.
You know what?
Yes, go ahead.
You know what I would do? I would organize a photo shoot. Choose one of the highway them or whatever.
Yes.
All you need is about 200 to 400 people coming down in cinematography grandeur down the road. And just show clips of things that were achieved by the party. The stadium, Mandela Park, Emancipation Park, the whole of that, the highway. And have them coming down.
Indeed.
And you don't really need that amount of people. You just need a couple drone shots. And then you use AI and increase them. You follow me?
Yes. I guess, Sir Smith, you can speak to the party leader about this.
I will try. What I'm saying is that with drone shots and cinematography and AI, there's almost anything you can do. The excitement is like Carnival come back again.
True.
I'd have shots of the Maroons coming out of the hills.
Yes. And shot of children coming out of other schools.
Yes.
Somebody say, Major, you give the JLP an idea. Oh, who the hell cares?
No, but my thing is this. Have them idea, but which song them I put it to?
Because none of their songs are sound good. I think, well, they try to teach the Neverland.
But it doesn't make sense because Mark wasn't born here.
There you go. But you can't tell these people that because whatever Warmington says, Bible and verse for them.
No, but I am proof, sir. My uncle, God rest his soul, was Sidney Williams, a renowned plastic surgeon at one stage rated number 3 in the world. I used to run around with him, helping to take photographs of his work and things. And he used to visit Sir John Golding. And I was there as a youngster with him when Mrs. Golding was pregnant.
Okay, with Mark.
Yes.
But do you realize that since we rally back on Mrs. Warmington and his stupidness, he has done another word?
No, because you never know how far you can go till you've gone too far.
Yep.
Speaking of going too far, and I'm surprised Headboy hasn't mentioned it, or unless he said it before I came on. Did anyone notice the invasion led by Mr. They want to call him name. Western Kingston Head.
Oh, you mean Deadman?
Yeah. Who invaded the St. Mary offices of the PNP?
Yes. And
nobody said nothing about that.
And the people that gang him and have a run.
They are so desperate, they're currently provoking response. And it is the party's best intention not to resort to what they're trying to push them to.
No, I agree with you.
Because the only excuse them would need is public unrest and then blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Because the other point I made the other day and nobody answered me. Who would be stupid enough to bring in that amount of weaponry and put it in a warehouse right in the middle of Tripoli? Who was going to go there and go clear it?
Good question. So Smith, as we wrap, I want to show you another video. Not related to Jamaica, but related to mankind, because it seems as if the world is in the brink of World War III.
It may have started.
Yes, I want you to listen to this. And I want you to listen to this video again, this one here.
This is an unprecedented moment for Israel. Again, we have been reporting here on the ground for nearly 7 years. We have seen rocket attacks from Hamas and Islamic Jihad in Gaza, precision-guided missiles coming from Hezbollah in southern Lebanon, ballistic missiles from the Houthis in Yemen, Iran-backed Iraqi and Syrian Shia militias launching drones and missiles at this country. What we are seeing today, Israel has never faced. And Israeli officials tell us they are fighting for their survival. Guys, back to you.
Wow. So Smith.
Yes.
Israeli said fighting for their survival?
Do you know what that freely translates into?
Talk to me.
There's no going back. They're not only going to nullify the threat, they are going to ensure it doesn't exist ever again.
But Donald Trump, I think Donald Trump told Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu not to go into Iran.
You would listen. Trump has placed himself in an unenviable position and nobody takes him seriously. If he told you that he shit his pants, you wouldn't believe it until you looked at the chair he got up from. America as a world leader with a president that's influential, for the moment, is a thing of the past. He has made them the laughing stock. Did you see the, I didn't want to use the term, parade?
I saw it, but I ran on a comment and things happening in this country, see?
Soldiers were marching out of time. They weren't marching, they were taking a stroll. And I feel that that was their way of protesting silently about being made to do what they did. And then you have some man walking there with a drone held up in the air. Hello? That kind of style in kindergarten.
Hold on there for me.
Okay.
Hello, good night. Welcome back to our program live.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on there for me. Yes, sir, go ahead. Hold on there. I don't know what's going on here. This thing just stopped working. Hold on a minute. No, hold on. Are you hearing us? Hello? Oh, yeah. Hold on for me, caller. Yeah, go ahead for me now.
Hello, good evening. Welcome, Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Welcome, Mr. Finzi.
Go ahead, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Finzi, a long time I want to talk to you as a security expert now because I see a change of pattern in terms of security-wise. So I want to take you back to the 2018 state of emergency and how it unfolded from 2018 until now. I would like you to give me a general breakdown in terms of how the security operates and in terms of how the state of emergency has used in the past 5-6 years. So what is it that the state of emergency was needed and how we are saved in terms of life? And comparing to now where we are not having a state of emergency and we are now saving life.
All right. Can you hang up and listen to the system? Can you say that there's a glitch in the system here?
More question now.
Okay, hold on for me. Go ahead, Sesame. It is one thing about saving lives. That is a rhetoric that can be led anyway. What is happening is that you have people who are being unalived. Just that those that are being unalived on one side come from what you consider to be the bad side. And those that are being unalived on the other side seemingly have lessened. But one thing remains constant. The number of Jamaicans to have died by the gun has not fallen. All it has done is change direction. My other question is, what took us so long in finding out where these guys were? Or did we know where they were all along and decide, no, okay, I could deal with it now?
Caller? Hold on for me. Are you, hold on, sir. Are you hearing him, Sesame?
No, I don't hear.
Okay, this system here, I know what's going on. It's not working. It was working earlier and it stopped working again. Sir, hold on for me, sir. Hold on, please. Go ahead for me now. Paul, are you there? Hello? know what's this happened earlier on in the stop. Hold on, let me figure out something here. Hold on, I'm gonna try and call him back. Hold on. Yes, Carl, you hearing us?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's a simple, based on previous state of emergency had announced, and then we hear that they didn't work under the previous state of emergency. They work under the JCF regular routine when they did announce the state of emergency. Is it one of the things the tribunal hasn't been put in place? That's why they say that they didn't bother work with it when they had announced it and they go back to the regular JCF.
The Constitution said that it should not have been done like that. That's what happened. But it now proves that you didn't need those to be effective.
Okay.
Okay, caller.
So one last one now. When we talk about human treatment in public authority, we're looking at a culture of now homicide, and we're also looking at a culture of fatal shooting, and we're also looking at a culture of abuse. So do you think that we're looking at a culture of abuse, or do you think that some of these incidents are solely isolated incidents, or they are just bad apples in the JCF?
Well, sir, I'm not going to comment on that because that is a deep well. But the most I will say to you is this. Of the 100 and odd people that died at the hands of the JCF because of confrontation, 24 of them are said not to have had weapons. Not my figure.
In other words, hello?
Uh-huh.
So in terms of what you are now saying, that you can't say that these are isolated incidents because they occur too many times, and it brings into question and it gives the JCF a bad name in terms of somehow how the members have occurred.
It is quite possible it can be interpreted that way, especially in a country where people are not thinking too well of the police.
All right, sir. Thanks for calling in.
All right, sir.
All right, sir.
Good night, caller. Welcome to the program. You're live. Hello? Hello, what happened here? Hello?
Hello?
Hold on for a minute, just a minute. There's a call coming in, and I want to get this call from this lady. One moment from Mr. Smith, I get what I call.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, ma'am. You're calling. Welcome to the program.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I am good. You're live on air.
Okay, what I want to say, this government, I love the song. I was dancing this song and I was watching you dancing too. It's a good song, and I think it's a victory song. So what my wish is, when Minister Golden go in, to do what he have to do and lock up some of these people very soon. You know, and if he only do that, then the country will be better. You understand? People have to be all accountable for corruption, and that's what I'm looking for him to do within the first 100 days. I don't have no doubt that he's gonna lose, but he needs to take some action for the country.
He's gonna do what, lose?
I don't have no doubt. I don't have no doubt that he is gonna win.
Okay.
But I need him to promise that he will take action and lock up all of them. Just lock up. And we stand with him to do what he have to do before his 100 days up. There are too many money missing in this country.
Yes.
too many. I was just watching the lady that have the baby January and died yesterday in the hospital. So too much.
Yeah.
Too much things is going on in this country, and I just want Minister Mark Golding do what he have to do and let people be held accountable. The law is they are not above the law, so they need to be held accountable. All right, sir.
All right, ma'am.
Good night, caller. Welcome to the program, Miss P. How you doing? Miss P? Hello, Miss P? Here, Miss P. What's going on here? Miss P? Hello?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I'm hearing you now. Go ahead.
Yeah, good night.
Good night.
Middle class, what me have an emergency. I don't know why you for me. It's the game, Mr. When I Mr. Finsu. Mr. Finsu, me number, making call me, please. Yeah, the making call me after I'm going to. Do, but me gonna make line up when I'm funny. Yeah.
Good night, caller. Welcome to the program. You're live. Hello?
Yeah. Good night.
Yes.
Third term loading.
And?
Third term loading, but the Wi-Fi cut off.
And?
Wi-Fi cut off.
And?
Man is being mischievous.
Oh, stupid much.
It's a third term loading, but the Wi-Fi cut off.
God help me. If you want to call in and give, okay, I can accommodate 2 more calls. 954-529-8030. Then we're gonna wrap up. And so Smith, I gotta send you Miss P number for you to call her. She really want to talk to you.
Okay. All right.
Well, I guess we're gonna stay so long for the night. Hold on there. I think there was another call that I missed. I missed something here. No, okay, I got those 2 calls already then. All right. Then tonight has been a great night. I want to say thanks to Walking in Divine Purpose. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you being in the chat room. Thank you so much. And I spoke to you off here, and I hope you get enough rest that you're supposed to get. Sir Smith, thank you for coming on. Your last words to your Jamaican people, sir.
Remember, it's not about you anymore. It's your children and your children's children. Make up your mind what you want for them, not you. And if I may be so bold to say, vote. Whatever you do, vote.
Indeed, my friend. I want to say thanks to Major Robert Finzi Smith, one of Jamaica's finest statesmen in his own right of all time, who continue to see what he can do to assist our own Jamaican people, a security consultant. And to my good friend Head Boy for coming on. Thank you both for coming on, Sir Smith. God bless you.
Head Boy, take care.
He had a jump up. I think he had to throw and do something.
Usually, yes.
Yes. All right, my friend. Thanks much for coming on.
Yeah, man. Send me the number. I'll deal with it.
Yes, I will. I want to say to everybody who's listening to us and from beyond the shores of Jamaica, the Jamaicans in the diaspora, if you have any intention of going home to vote, please go. Please. You all are hearing me? Audio testing, mic 1. You all are hearing me? I'm not muted. I don't know what's going on here. I'm not muted at all. Audio. Okay. I was saying, thank you. I was saying that as I was saying on this program here, that Jamaica and Jamaicans who live beyond the shores of Jamaica, if you decide to go home and vote, please do so. Please go home and vote as if your life depends on it. Jamaica's democracy, the soul of Jamaica's democracy, is in your hands, Jamaicans' hands. And if we don't vote for this country, if we, the people of Jamaica, do not put Jamaica first and start putting a political party ahead of your country, and I do not know where this country is going to be. And as we get prepared for this election ahead of us, let me say this to you. Do not think about today getting a $5,000 in a box of food and a t-shirt. Think about 5 years down the line and even 10 years down the line. Let it be said that all of us has tried and endeavor best to leave behind for our children a better Jamaica. Let it be said that all of us has fight for this democracy, a democracy we truly love. Let it be said that all of us stand up and be proud to be a Jamaican. Let it be said that we have stand up against totalitarian, we have stand up against people who trying to be a dictator over us in this country, Jamaica. Let it be said that our brothers and our sisters stand peacefully in the streets of Jamaica from Nickerel Point to Moran Point. Let it be said that way. Because if we do not stand in this country, who else will? You must know if I was an pastor or something, you know. You must know if there was a picture with me in any Labour Party thing. But you know what? Robinson, you're irrelevant, you know. You're irrelevant. I don't know why you go. Why you come over here? You're not welcome over here, you know. So why you come over here? Let it be said that all of us stand for this nation. But none of us are politically aligned. But all of us have one common aim and one common objective. It's to fight for this democracy that we call home. It's to fight for this nation. I know they'll try many times to stop this program. I know many times they're trying to hack this program. But they can try all they want. We serve an awesome God. We serve an awesome God. We don't serve a PNP or a JLP God. We serve the Lord God Almighty, who created heaven and earth. And time we get up, and sometimes we don't want to do this program. But we remember where we're coming from. We have to do it. And Jamaicans, for God's sake, let no one tell you to stay home. Let no one tell you to stay home. Let no one tell you to stay home. Get up on election day and vote. Vote as if your life depends on it. Vote for your children. Vote for a brighter Jamaica. I will not tell you who to vote for or who not to vote for. What I will tell you is to go out and vote. Vote for this country. Vote for Jamaica. We've always choose Jamaica. If it's no they decide to choose Jamaica, then may God help them. But we the people have always choose this country. And we the people demand accountability. And we the people demand transparency. And we the people demand that a government of the people, for the people, and by the people must be elected in this country. We the people will not stand by no more and allow any government to sell out this country piece by piece, bit by bit, callous hand by callous hand, or block by block. We the people must be able to walk the beaches in Negril. We the people must be able to walk any beaches in this country. We are Jamaicans. We didn't come here by labor. We didn't come here by aeroplane. We came here by labor pain. And for those who believe that you can come into the country of Jamaica and treat us as if we're second-class citizens in our own country, think again. A new day is dawning in this country. A new day is dawning in this country. And we will not stand by anymore and allow any foreigner who believe that Jamaica belongs to them to treat us as if we're second-class citizens. We came here by labor pain, not by aeroplane. And so as I close tonight, I want you all to remember one thing. That on June 21st, 2025, the one legal Jamaica Defense Foundation, let me do this thing correctly before Rattigan call me and cuss me later on. Let me do this correctly. Sorry. The One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation, the inaugural Reconnection Rally at the Ronnie Willis Entertainment Center on June 21st, 2025. Please go over to the One Legal Jamaica Defense Foundation and donate. Donate is in aid of buying books and pencils and all sort of things for the children. Please go over there and donate. We're fighting for this country. Let me publicly say this on this platform. Not because I consider Wilfred Rattigan as a friend. I'm going to say this. I wonder where Mr. Rattigan gets his energy from. Because when many of us are sleeping, he's up in the wee hours of the night and the morning filing ATI to keep a government accountable, to keep a government in track. He go up there and he file ATIs and he come back on Saturdays and he give the people the update. That's a genius of a Jamaican who stand by his country. A man who came from humble beginning, who have never forget his roots, who continue to fight for the democracy of this country. The naysayers may say that he wanted to become Commissioner of Police. So be it. So be it. Right now, his focus is on holding government accountable. And I believe that one day, maybe I'll be going home to my maker, but one day, we the people of this country will have a better Jamaica. And one day, the change that we seek in this country will come from all of us. So tonight, as I depart from you, I ask of you, go over to the one Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation and donate. I ask of you, on election day, vote for the democracy of this country. Vote for the future of your children. Vote for Jamaica. God bless you. And may God bless our island home, Jamaica land we love.
The One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation and its global supporters cordially invite Jamaicans abroad and abroad to its inaugural reconnection on June 21st, 2025 at the Ranny Williams Entertainment Center in Kingston, Jamaica. Bring your entire family for a day of food, fun, entertainment, and information. Get an understanding of the Constitution and the skills necessary to exercise your rights and your civic responsibilities as Jamaican citizens. You can't afford to miss this inaugural reconnection rally, June 21st in Kingston. Tune in for further information and updates to Reason with Radigan on YouTube and reggaeglobalradio.com, Saturdays at 3 p.m. New York time and at 2 p.m. in Jamaica.
And remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Mek Wi Talk Tavares YouTube channel. Good night, everyone.
come under some pressure. You're going to hear all kinds of propaganda. You're going to hear all kinds of lies and deception. There will be tactics used to try and buy you out. There will be tactics used to try and frighten you away. And I only have to say one thing to you tonight, comrades. We are blood and fire comrades, and we're marching on to progress. And we will stand firm. We will not be bought because we are not for sale.
The Prime Minister just needs to fly the gate. Call it, Andrew. Call it. And Iman will sound the trumpet.
Whether you're Labourite, PNP, regular Jamaican who just want to vote for a change, you see the next election here will come up under no circumstances whatsoever can you vote in back the Jamaica Labour Party into government.
Gold's money was not lost. It was stolen. Plain as daylight.
Ball out! Whoa! Yo, yo, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody, man or woman.
are going to come under some pressure. You're going to hear all kinds of propaganda. You're going to hear all kinds of lies and deception. There will be tactics used to try and buy you out. There will be tactics used to try and frighten you away. And I only have to say one thing to you tonight, comrades. We are blood and fire comrades. And we're marching on to progress. And we will stand firm. We will not be bought because we are not for sale.
The One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation and its global supporters cordially invite Jamaicans abroad and abroad to its inaugural reconnection on June 21st, 2025 at the Ranny Williams Entertainment Center in Kingston, Jamaica. Bring your entire family for a day of food, fun, entertainment, and information. Get an understanding of the Constitution and the skills necessary to exercise your rights and your civic responsibilities as Jamaican citizens. You can't afford to miss this inaugural reconnection rally, June 21st in Kingston. Tune in for further information and updates to Reason with Radigan on YouTube and reggaeglobalradio.com, Saturdays at 3 p.m. New York time and at 2 p.m. in Jamaica. See for yourself.
come under some pressure. You're going to hear all kinds of propaganda. You're going to hear all kinds of lies and deception. There will be tactics used to try and buy you out. There will be tactics used to try and frighten you away. And I only have to say one thing to you tonight, comrades. We are blood and fire comrades, and we're marching on to progress. And we will stand firm. We will not be bought because we are not for sale.
The Prime Minister just needs to fly the gate. Call it, Andrew. Call it. And Iman will sound the trumpet.
Whether you're Labourite, PNP, regular Jamaican who just want to vote for a change, you see the next election here will come up under no circumstances whatsoever can you vote in back the Jamaica Labour Party into government.
going to come under some pressure. You're going to hear all kinds of propaganda. You're going to hear all kinds of lies and deception. There will be tactics used to try and buy you out. There will be tactics used to try and frighten you away. And I only have to say one thing to you tonight, comrades. We are blood and fire comrades, and we're marching on to progress. And we will stand firm. We will not be bought because we are not for sale.
The One Jamaica Legal Defense Foundation and its global supporters cordially invite Jamaicans abroad and abroad to its inaugural reconnection on June 21st, 2025 at the Ranny Williams Entertainment Center in Kingston, Jamaica. Bring your entire family for a day of food, fun, entertainment, and information. Get an understanding of the Constitution and the skills necessary to exercise your rights and your civic responsibilities as Jamaican citizens. You can't afford to miss this inaugural Reconnection Rally, June 21st in Kingston. Tune in for further information and updates to Reason with Radigan on YouTube and reggaeglobalradio.com, Saturdays at 3 p.m. New York time and at 2 p.m. in Jamaica.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, Mek Wi Talk, my people, Mek Wi Talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Mek Wi Talk, people, Mek Wi Talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, Mek Wi Talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Mek Wi Talk.